Here we go. This will be the first time I've used this new camera behind steering wheel video. It'll be the first time. I hope it works because I'm struggling with this crap of technology. I've complained about technology before. We all got to live with it. But I have serious issues. I've fought stuff for so long. I shouldn't be allowed to punch a button on anything electronic. It's just a fact, y'all. I shot this video the other day. I did 3 videos while sitting in my bass boat right over here on the edge of my pasture. And 2 of them were okay. 1 of them not so okay. And it all goes back to technology. The thing was, I was complaining about technology in that video and it didn't take. Somebody's against me. Somebody's out plotting to get me. I'm having one of those days. Water pumps out of my truck. Pretty sure. Made it back home with it, but I'm pretty sure. I've got turkey manure right here. Y'all ever see turkey manure? You can't see that probably. That's turkey manure. Neighbor just sprayed my whole side of my truck with turkey manure because nobody cares. They sprayed our garden with herbicide early this summer, wiped a bunch of it out. Nobody cares. What was I talking? Oh, technology. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna work. It looks like it's awful dark. I don't understand all the things with this camera. This camera's a cheap camera. Well, it was cheap to me. It was relatively cheap anyway compared to what you can spend on a camera. So maybe it's my fault for only spending $139 or whatever on everything I got in camera stuff. Well, I could have spent $400 on a GoPro again and got another piece of junk there. It's supposed to be almost $300 camera, but it's a piece of plastic piece of junk from China. I about guarantee it. I don't know if I can get that plugged in. Look at, oh my gosh, did I fix something there? I got to start over. Too complicated. No instructions to speak of, and the ones you get read in that the way we make fun of somebody speaking another language like Chinese, you know, flied rice, you know, that's the way the instructions read. Okay, there is bass fishing stuff here, but the video I was shooting the other day was with this camera, and I also got some remote mics because I'm trying to do better videos for people. And when I'm using that GoPro, the mic's horrible. It doesn't have any wind buffers. These little mics got the foam on them like this one does. Not the dead cat deal, but can you say dead cat on YouTube and not offend somebody? I'll show some clips from that video because I shot a 15-minute video that was impromptu, on the spot. Things happened while I was doing it, things funny, and then it didn't tape because the mics never worked. They didn't pick up any sound at all. I had them, according to what instructions they come with, same thing, you know, Far East instructions. I did what they said, I had the thing plugged in the camera, everything's turned on, everything is working, and they didn't work at all. So I got 15 minutes of me doing this, which is probably just about as good as 15 minutes of me talking. Yeah, pretty much. The funny things happened was I'm trying to film myself, and those mics clip to your lapel. I don't have lapels. Well, okay, I'm not wearing a dress shirt to shoot videos. That would have been funny. I'm trying to get the pin to my t-shirt, and it fell off 4 times, I think, in a row, or 5 times. And I've got it on film. I'm showing some of this as I speak. It was kind of funny, and it's also very disgruntling, and I won't say upsetting, till you go in to edit the video and there's no sound. And I had everything turned on, everything's functional. The lights were green across the board. I mean, space shuttles come crashing down to the earth with lights green across the board, so what am I? Technology. Let's talk bass fishing. Technology. Ain't gonna be what you think, at least not yet. Nothing about forward-facing sonar love yet. I've got 2 Garmin 7-inch units in my boat. Yeah, cheap units. Yeah, only one of them's only like $800. It's 2D and side imaging, and I've turned the side imaging on. I can't figure it out. I'd have to study on it. I don't like studying that much. The neatest thing about modern depth finders, modern technology for me, is not forward-facing sonar, No radar love. Not side imaging. Not even a detailed down imaging. The greatest part about them is mapping and the GPS stuff that comes with it, especially those maps. I bought my first one of the modern technology in 2018 when I bought another old bass boat. And I bought a 93 SV Garmin. Yeah, an SV. Still didn't use it much on it. I liked it better than this one, I think. But those maps. When I grew up bass fishing, we had these waxy coated, plastic coated paper maps. It wouldn't tear. They were hard to tear. They were wonderful. Yeah. 10-foot contours was the average contour. That means 10 foot between depth readings. There's people nowadays that have never... Look, I got turkey poop on my arm. Oh, my gosh. Yep. Turn off turkey poop. See, I get carried away. I'm having a bad day. I'm not going to get to fish this week, which is fine. I got to work in my truck, which is not fine. Technology. Mapping. 10-foot contours. That's a long ways between lines. A lot of things can happen in 10 feet. So I turn them Garmin maps on, pull them up, and my gosh, the lines, there's a bunch of them, and sometimes they're really close together, and it's wonderful. The stuff that I have seen just this summer, what little fishing I've done, that I didn't know was there on a lake. I didn't realize that's what it really looked like. Stuff I'd like to go play with and experiment with, except we've had water situations I've been right for structure fishing this year. At least not on Truman Lake where I'm talking about. There's things that show... if I'd had maps like that back in the day. And I don't use forward-facing sonar. I'm talking about old school, getting out there, looking at your contours, looking where things come together, looking where drop-offs lead up to cool things, humps, high spots, which is kind of like humps. Creek channel junctions, all old school stuff. Those maps are wonderful. So here's how dumb I really am. I did not know what or how to look at those maps besides on my depth finder. I thought, man, how great that would be to have those maps at home. And I kind of read something once about how I could have them at home, but I didn't understand. I got rid of that bass boat. Went 2 years, 3 years before I got this one. So finally, late this winter, early spring, February or so maybe, I'm looking at this and I'm trying to study. I pull it up on the interweb. I say, type in Garmin maps, and it comes up, and now I'm not going to remember what it is. Y'all know what it is. Captain, what is it? See, that's me in technology. What's it called? Well, the Navionics. That's the thing that owns the maps. See, I really don't understand. So anyway, it comes up with this, and I realize that I can buy a subscription to this, and there's a program that I can put this on my computer. Oh! Part of the reason I paid $800 for a depth finder, I get the benefits of getting those maps. I can study them like we used to do. I can make, maybe, can you print them out? Probably some copyright thing can't, but I don't know. But I'd love to have them to look at on my 15-inch screen on my laptop. Holy heck, yeah, break it. So I go in to sign up for this, whatever it's called, a subscription, whatever. And I don't know what happened. I didn't pay for it. I found out you have to have a cell phone. I don't have a cell phone. I don't want a cell phone. I don't want turkey poop in my truck either, on my finger and in my mouth, but here we are. Well, some things are in your control, some ain't. And it's hard for an old guy like me to learn what I can't control sometimes. So anyway, you have to have a cell phone to take it off your graph to put it in your computer. Is that right? I got mad. I give up. That's about the same time I found out with my buddy down at the lake, I needed like 7 updates on my graph. Updates. I never knew they updated a graph. I had no clue about that because it's technology and I don't do it. This is all honest. This is the way it is, y'all. Ask him. Jeremy will tell you. Yeah, I had to have him. I guess I go get one of those. Well, it'd probably have to be a smartphone, though, wouldn't it? I can't get one of those cheap ones from Walmart and do that. Chickens out here eating through the turkey poop. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're going to surround me because the turkey poop all up down through here. I'm still on the poop, but I would never spray poop on your property. I would never spray your garden with herbicide because I have sense, I have respectability for people. I had to put a water pump in my truck. What a poor, pitiful guy. So I've never have done the Garmin map thing. I have to have a cell phone to do it. It's an elitist world for rich folks who have all this technology and knowledge, and I'm not one of them. Guys, I can do the same thing. I still have my John Boat bass boat. It was supposed to be sold last week, and nobody ever called me and told me it got bought. I could fish that little boat, no depth finders at all, and probably be just as happy. With an electric start, carbureted 15-horse motor. Yeah, I couldn't fish tournaments, couldn't be on the big lake, but I'd probably be happy enough. Sure don't use as much gas at 285 with that hog. Yeah. So we've got it established that I am the old school dinosaur that don't like technology. I'm not a hypocrite about it. I like my EFI. I like EFI on my outboard. You ever put EFI on my chainsaw? I'll probably like it too. I wouldn't trust it, but I'd like it. Forward-facing sonar technology, and I will never, ever, ever accept it, no matter what, no way, shape, or form. So no big deal. We all, if y'all have seen my channel before, if you're new here, you probably ran. You flaked out on me because you figured out real quick I'm just an idiot. There's a video I watched the other day, and I've been trying to watch a few more bass fishing videos. I'm scared and appalled and shook up. This guy, though, I liked him. I watched his videos years ago. He had a different channel in Florida, Get Your Fish On. I don't remember his name. He's a nice guy. Does some really heavy editing. But he's gotten into all of a sudden into drama. He just wants subs, and I guess that's cool. He seems like a very honest guy. He is. He's a nice guy. He admits that are weird, but mostly he just wants to report the news. It is news. But he likes that drama. It sells subscriptions that are free anyway. The forward-facing sonar the other day, though, he had a video. I passed it up for a couple of days because clickbait stuff. I had to see it. Lowrance has signed a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract with MLF. That's the second-rate BSS guys. Just kidding. The other pro circuit. I guess there's about 3 or 4 pro circuits. Anyway, that's MLF. Major League Fishing. Woohoo! How Gary Klein ever got hung up with something like Major League Fishing. Must have owed Boyd Duckett money or something. I don't know. Here I go again. Anyway, so a multi-million-dollar contract, which about ensures, and his point was that forward-facing sonar will stay alive and well, at least with MLF, for several years to come. No desire to get away from it. Okay, groovy, man. I knew that was going to happen. There's no doubt. The money talks and the BS just walks on down the street into the pond. But here's what this guy said that shook me up. That's not necessarily technology, but it's all because of technology. He said that MLF needs to teach their children, because they're children, they're anglers, they're professional bass fishermen, they're standing on the front deck, facing away from the camera, looking down that screen, getting that tech neck. You have to go to the chiropractor for tech neck, looking down at the screen. A side note on clickbait on YouTube today, on my sidebar comes across the Champlain term, whatever BSS. One picture on there. It's just a picture. It goes across, on my Roku TV. More technology. I had to ask my wife, I said, look at that picture. What do you see? She goes, a guy looking down at his radar. That's what the picture shows. A guy looking at. He said, this Get Your Fish On guy. I apologize, I don't know his name. I don't subscribe to him either. I probably ought to, because he's trying. He's just doing it different than me. He said they need to teach their anglers, their professional bass fishermen, how to turn around and talk to the camera, explain what they're doing. They need to learn how to converse with the camera and maybe make it a more interesting show. Is that where we're at? We got to teach our professional bass fishermen to be actors. Is that where we're really at? They're bad actors anyway. Is that where we're... get more drama, more cheating, more people accusing people of stuff, and more FFS, and teach them how to quarter turn the camera or put camera angles on them or whatever. They can make themselves interesting, because they're not interesting because they're looking at radar love, basically snagging bass. I tell you, I'm having a bad day. I hate technology. I don't have a cell phone. My laptop is 4 years old. That means it's fixing to die. I thought it was dead last year. I bought a cooling table for it because the fan goes out. Figured a $30 cooling fan was better than a $500 laptop. Fuel pump on this truck's mechanical. I'll understand it, mostly. Oh, there'll probably be some sensor or something I'll screw up, because I'm going to tear into it and get it fixed. The old days, I used to fix stuff all the time. I will bleed, I will suffer, but at least it's mechanical. I can understand it. I don't understand technology. I don't understand forward-facing radar love. I don't understand having to teach an MLF angler how to act to make him more interesting. How about you put him on the front deck with old school fishing, with old school ideas and approaches, where he has to look at the water and read the cover and look at 2D depth finder and get an understanding where he's at. Maybe throw a marker buoy out and make those casts and catch fish old school. That's plenty interesting. That's fun interesting. Oh, I thought those little microphones, people going to try them again. Man, it made me mad. I plugged one of my GoPro too. It's supposed to work on everything. I didn't do any studying. I just plugged it into the port, the only port that it fits, with a little USB type thing. Turned it on and nothing. I did a test. I put it on the boat and walked away from it talking. And as soon as I got away, the mic did work on the regular mic, worked on the camera. I walked away, come back. There's probably some setting on the camera, and it probably won't like it because it's not Garmin or GoPro. See, I'm getting confused. That's all. That's enough. I'm ranting and raving. Solar Bat, crate sale for August. Great sale. 30% off glasses. And they're lower end glasses, less expensive glasses. Crazy good buys on them. Look them up. They're shooting glasses. Glasses you wear every day. They're $30 or $20 to start with. Got a break on them too. Look it up. Link in the description. I'm going to go. Man, I told you I'm having a bad day. God bless you guys. Hopefully talk to you soon if something don't blow up and my mic quits working. Oh, mic. Still working. In case you thought I was kidding, turkey poop all over the side of my truck. Nice, wet, sloppy turkey poop. Yeah. Fertilizing his field, his stressed out grass off summer field. He's over there right now. There he is. Look at that. And the dust. That's turkey manure dust all over the hood of the truck, all over the windshield, all over my yard.